Okay, Amazon back in the news. This is a Wired magazine article here. This is a reputable magazine, and this is a fascinating. I'm going to reveal this to you, but it is mind blowing to me that a company this big, a company that has had a wild amount of success, can literally attempt to shoot themselves in the foot over and over and over again. And I've said on this show, in a very popular video on this channel, why Amazon will fall. You can go check that out in great depth. I'm not going to review that, but I will reiterate, they will fall, and this is another example of why they will fall. Jennifer Crane is featured in this story. She's an outbound packer, which simply means I buy something right here on my computer, and it makes its way to the warehouse, and she is an outbound packer. She's putting my product into a box and sending it out. Now, the standard from Amazon is 37 seconds to assemble the box, retrieve the product, stuff it, seal it, slap on a tracking label, and then pick it up and put it on the conveyor belt. Well, she was lifting a case recently, doing this very process, and she felt pain down her left arm into her fingertips. She then went to the Amazon on-site first aid clinic known as AmCare, where the staff told her she had a small sprain, she'd be fine, and they gave her an ice pack. Well, the next morning she got in her car to drive to work, and she couldn't grip the steering wheel with her left hand. Well, she goes into work anyway, and the clinic staffer again tells her, you need to go back to work, you'll be fine. This time, Crane pushed back, demanding to see a doctor. The doctor prescribed work restrictions. The AmCare staff then took the doctor's orders and put them in an Amazon software tool that digested the doctor's orders and then suggest a different job that was suitable based on the doctor's orders. Now, all this sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Wait for it. A company safety director wrote in 2019 in an email that has been reported by Reveal that shifting injured employees into restricted roles could cut companies' workers' compensation costs. So Amazon has, any company does, workers' comp is an expense. It's a cost for the company. Okay. So this company safety director, are you catching the irony here? The company safety director at Amazon comes up with a nifty idea. Let's take people that are injured and let's put them in a role that the injury doesn't nag them as much. Nothing says safety like that. Thanks for looking out for me, Clyde. I don't know if the guy's name is Clyde. I don't know if it's a woman. Anyway, so this email probably turned into the process I just talked about. Poor Jennifer. Wait for the rest of the story, folks. It gets better. Or should I say worse? So Jennifer goes to the doctor. The doctor gives Jennifer orders. Amazon puts the doctor's orders in the thing and comes up with some kind of algorithm that says, oh, you can go over and do this. So you ready for what this was? Instead of picking things up and placing it in a box and using her left arm and wrist, which is where the pain was, they gave her a job walking around the 855,000 square foot warehouse 10 hours a day with her throbbing left hand slung over her shoulder for relief. Now, if those of you watching me, she takes her left hand and somehow here she is with the right hand with the Swiffer, and she's just got, now let me tell you something, I'm just doing this sitting in the studio. I play a lot of pickleball and golf. I'm in pretty decent shape. I work out. And this is a little irritating for me just trying to hold it here. I got a little burn right here. I'm not going to lie to you. And I don't have an injury. So she's walking around the warehouse with her arm over her shoulder just to try to relieve the throbbing pain. There's more in this story. When she finally got an appointment for an MRI, guess what the MRI discovered? Jennifer had a torn ligament in her wrist. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I've never torn a ligament in my wrist, but I did tear a ligament in my left thumb. And you can't see it on the camera because the scar has now since begun to fade. But Nathan, you'll appreciate this. Playing church league softball many, many years ago, slid into third base on what was a successful triple, I want to point out. But I went in so hard and fast that when I slid left side, and my hand, I didn't get my hand up, and I jammed my thumb into the ground and just tore the thumb ligament. You just cannot imagine the pain. That's my thumb. So my point is I empathize with Jennifer. Now, I got to give the other side of the story here. Amazon spokesperson Maureen Lynch Vogel disputes this characterization that Amazon is trying to put injured people back in different roles. She says any suggestion that we intentionally or systematically delay or discourage employees from seeking needed medical care is false. Well, again, you look at these statements and you look how that's worded, and it's got political speak all over it. Did you or did you not have a company safety director send an email out saying, let's do this? Did you or did you not put this woman back out on the floor with a Swiffer? Did you or did you not see her with her left hand over her shoulder? I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. AmCare staff are not qualified to diagnose and treat injuries. They do follow protocols written by a doctor, but they're not working under a physician's supervision. That's the equivalent of me trying to diagnose things because I slept at a Holiday Inn last night. Or I guess Holiday Inn Express. I got the brand wrong. It's nuts. I'm not a doctor. I played one in high school in a play. Come on. What are we doing here? They're basically first aid trained. In the spring of 2022, a fulfillment center in Salt Lake City, Utah, this is an Amazon Salt Lake City, Utah location, was sending 5 to 6 employees to the workers' comp doctors every week. Now, there are the facts. Now I'm going to give you my opinion. Why do I tell you this stuff? Some of you probably think I hate Amazon. I don't. In fact, every time I talk about this stuff, I worry they're going to cancel my Prime account because I really like Jack Ryan. I like Jack Reacher. I really do. We like the Prime discount. I get stuff delivered to my house all the time. Why do I talk? Do I hate Amazon? No. But I am talking about the culture in this country that's getting worse and worse and worse. And the culture is that my leadership, my boss, the man doesn't care about me. And it's because of this kind of stuff. This is one of the largest companies in America, if not the largest company in America, the largest companies in the world. And their own memos from 2 years ago said they were running out of people to hire in locations. Why? Because they treat people like this. So I'm no organizational management genius, but I'll tell you this. If you're sending 5 to 6 people a week to the doctor, maybe we should look at how fast we're making people work and slow that down. Now, let me just tell you something. As a customer, I'm thrilled that you're getting my package put together in 37 seconds. But I'd be okay if it was 67 seconds. I know that when I do stuff quickly around the house, I get injured and my wife rolls her eyes at me. She says, slow down, Ken. So maybe we should think about people over profit. Just a thought.